Hello everyone, welcome to my audio podcast series. Today I'm having one of my dearest friend. She's the friend in need. She's the all-in-one and the all-in-one advisor and everything for me. I am very glad to have her in my life and she's always a light to give away to my life. So I'm very thankful to God to have her today so that my audience become to know about her. So hello Shreya.
Hi, I'm Shreya. Glad to be here. Not that that was an exaggeration, but fine.
No, you're always a pleasure for me. So Shreya, so I know that you're kind of bookish person. You love to read books.
Yeah, I do. And it's kind of a friend when you don't want to do anything or feeling low or whatever mood you have, books are a perfect thing to go with, are the perfect thing to go with.
Yeah, that's nice. And I think I saw many people, I observed that the persons, those who read books, they are very calm. I,
Well, I don't know if I'm calm or not, but what I know is it do help me to learn a lot of things, to understand, to go into much more depth of philosophical or emotional aspects. And even if I say in a scientific field, there are books which I read, it has that aspect as well. And yeah, I kind of enjoy reading those.
okay. So what's your favorite book and why does it resonate with you?
Well, there are a lot of favorites, but if I have to particularly mention one,
Hmm.
I would say that it's To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. And it's one of my favorite because of the narrative, the way it explores the theme, the ambience, the setting, and ultimately the fact that it goes deeper and deeper into the more social injustice.
Okay.
It, it did shape some of my mindset.
3 days ago, I saw news that 18-year-old suicides. So from Kota.
These places, specialized places for promising them higher things, we're showing them some big glossy dreams that you're gonna be here in some few years. You just have to work very hard and all. I think that's too much pressure for a child. And if you're giving that much pressure, you should also look after their well-being. I think this institute fails and lacks to
Yeah.
do that. This mental health thing, not just mental health, their well-being, the more important that somebody also need other curriculums apart from just studies. A person just can't study for 24 into 7. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So they need some recreation. They should encourage people to read, to watch movies, to go out, hang out with friends, have some fun. That's the 18 and 20 is not gonna coming back. Studying is important, but this is also important.
Yeah.
How you going to socialize after a point of time, just if you just keep studying? You can be book smart, but how can you be street smart if you just can't? You just don't go out there. You are locked in four walls and you are studying.
Yeah.
It can't help.
Yeah. That's true. There are students, those who are driven by the society or family, parents, to go and study there on that institutions, on that environment, and ultimately we saw that the students kill themselves. So I think parents also, more than students, parents need some mental guide.
Definitely, parents are like basically we as a child or whatever, we look up to the older people. We look up to our parents. We want to make them proud. So we also want to see our parents smiling just for us, just to make them happy. Sometimes we take decisions or just go with their decisions, which is wrong, first. And secondly, being a parent, I think they should also they should understand what their child is capable of and what the child wants to do, rather than them wanting something and them trying to prove to the society, oh, my child has, done something very big. It's such a very prestigious place he or she has gotten or something. That's baseless. This just puts the child to verge of, something exhausting, which
Yeah.
is not necessary.
Yeah.
So a parent should also be understanding.
Okay. So, so I want also, what's the best advice you have received and from whom?
I can't pick a best because a lot of people has given me advices and motivations and everything. But if I do really have to say, I will say that it's my mother, because she always, even if I don't say things to her, even if I don't open up to her, she always tries to be there. Even without knowing anything, she supports me. She she is always there for me.
Hmm.
No matter whatever the situation is, she is, even if it's an educational problem, even it's other mental problem, even it's something, whatever it is, she's always at rescue. So it's definitely my mother.
So, what was the best advice from your mother you received in your life that you remember still now?
Best advice is to focus on yourself, no matter whatever happening. If you are not happy, if you are not content, you cannot keep other people content, not other people happy. So
Wow.
first, always the priority is self. I'm not telling be selfish and ignore everybody, but if your cup is not full, you cannot pour into other people's cup and make them happy, or anything, whatever the situation is.
Wow. That's
So make yourself independent. That's the point.
wow. Nice. That's beautiful.
Just like you.
I really, thank you, thank you. So we're on the end of this conversation.
Yeah.
And lastly, please give some beautiful advice like this to my audience.
Well, I'm not much of a preacher or anything big. I'm just like you people. So I'm just gonna say, just if sometimes you want to give up, or sometimes you just don't feel like yourself, and sometimes you're not feeling that doing this can be wrong. Remember, sometimes right things also feel like it is I'm doing something wrong. So don't hesitate to take a step.
Hmm.
See if it's going with your situation or not, and if it suits you, if you know that it's coming from inside, like in your inner thought, and it's giving happiness to you, just go for it. That's important. Whatever it is, just go for it.
Thank you so much for listening this audio podcast. I hope everyone liked it. If you do, please give a subscribe and support me and leave a comment so that I can improve further in future, and please do share and share for knowledge. Thank you so much.